There's a whole lot, so ugh.
Yeah.
Look at the colour of it.
Oh my lord. That's a squishy machine. Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Cavy Central Guinea Pig Rescue. Alright, we have got a special little girl who is Miss Maisie. And Maisie has come to see us today. She was adopted from here. How long ago? Oh, it was last year.
Last year. It's not a year. 6 months?
6 months.
Okay.
7 months.
6 or 7 months ago. And she was adopted from here. But she's come for a visit and she is just thriving, this little girl. But she has come back with a little lump. We always talk about how you need to be aware of changes in guinea pigs' bodies, and particularly when they're hairy. You don't always notice what's going on underneath unless you pick them up all the time. So with Miss Maisie, just looking around here, she has developed here a little tiny cyst. You can see it, not very well, it's just sort of staying, it's sort of a little bit pronounced on the coat. I'm just quickly going to make that a bit shorter, the hair. And you'll notice that it's already started to actually show what's in that cyst. And that's what a lot of people ask about, is how do you know what it is that you're dealing with? Now, with this little one, she's got, you see the hair, I noticed it before, it was just sort of stickiness in the hair, indicating it's opened. That yellowishness tells me there's pus in there. So what I'm doing is applying a warm compress just to her bottom, because the contents in there are basically fluid, and I want to see what will come away before we do anything in terms of, you know, we don't need to open that or cut that. We simply need to remove the contents that's there, and they're a little bit more mobile if you apply some warmth. Now, you don't apply warmth to, for example, tumours or more solid sebaceous cysts that are really hard formed, but ones like this, perfectly fine, and it's already open, so we don't need to do anything just yet. Just give that little minute, and you don't mind, do you? No.
She says, what is that?
What is that? Nice bit of warmth on my bottom. All right. Now, of course, it's a bit of a goopy job, but we are going to just see, and I'm putting this on either side. Her head is here. I might actually ask if you can grab some grass that she can just nibble on. Just while I apply, I'm going to, let's lose that hair there. Don't want anything that's going to drop down on this area. That's it, she can nibble on some grass. Just there. But in order to have this come out, you can see as soon as I touch it, it has immediately started to come out. She wants to run away because she's doing this jumping motion, which means get off, get off. But you can see it's just coming out. Suzanne, you can see that around there. Oh, it's all full of liquid too. Come and have a look around here. And give her the grass. See how it's just coming straight out?
Wow.
Okay, but we're going to, and she wants me to not do that. She's just like, jump, jump, jump. Like, what are you doing? But notice this golden fluid that's coming out. It's sort of golden coloured liquid. Sometimes we see that in sebaceous cysts. She's like, get off, don't, and I have to squeeze underneath so that it will come out. The objective here is to have it, I know, little girl, we can't actually numb that area, but what we are going to do is just remove what we can. There's a whole lot, so ugh. Look at the colour of it.
Oh my lord. That's a squishy machine.
That's like
gross.
Huge, isn't it?
Gross.
I'll put that down there. So the colour of it is brown, which quite often they're grey. Yeah. So, and there's loads of fluid in there. Little fluid specks keep popping out. Oh. But you find, sorry, this is another reason you put a cloth there, so they don't bite your wrist. Yes. Because she's just flipping around to say,
she will nip. Yeah,
she's just saying, get off, but it's okay. We need to do this. And you'll notice in underneath here, I'm just pushing forward, like a pimple, a really big pimple. But literally, That's all coming out beautifully.
Such a huge amount.
Yeah. The biggest part of dealing with things like this is knowing what you're dealing with. That's the biggest issue. And then knowing how to deal with it. But you can see, look how thin it is now.
Yes.
It's all gone.
Yes. Yes, that's
And there's
all.
more up here that I can feel.
That's
So I'm just going to move that down so we get it out. We have to get all of that out. You see this little head come? Just eat the grass, Missy. Nibble on the grass. Yeah, on the grass, not my hand. She would my hand if she could.
It's not worth anaesthetic.
It's not worth anaesthetic, and you're weighing this up because this was already open.
Yeah.
There's no, like, she's nibbling and happily eating there. It's bothersome to her. It'd be like someone pinching your arm. But is that worth an operation and surgery? It's not. So, but we can treat this. This is very treatable. This is a very, very simple case to look at treating. This short, sharp, quick movement they do is like a get off. They do the same thing when another guinea pig nips them. Remember, one of the areas they nip them most is down here on the rump. So it's in that area. She's used to doing that. So I'll put your grass there. She's happily munching. Okay, we'll move you back there because she's happily munching. But all of the contents have come out. And I can hear people saying, it's a cyst, the cyst wall. If you are cleaning this properly, it is not going to return. Now, in an instance like this where you've got a big pocket of infection, this is the kicking that's going on. Kick, 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 kick. I need to squeeze that out. Can I do that? Come on, you have your grass. You have that. It's likely that you'll get pus, a light coloured pus, returning the first time, which means a second flush, and then that's it.
Okay.
So we will wait and see, and we'll update everyone, of course, but I would expect it'll be fine. Worst case scenario, we'll do a second flush, and it will not be anything remotely like what we've just dealt with. Nothing like it. This is her saying, get off, get off. But I'm sorry, I have to really make sure that is empty. You cannot. Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
so pleased
girl.
you didn't need to use the scalpel.
Yeah.
Because it was already opened.
Yeah.
Which was done this afternoon.
Yep. It's like all tissue that's, look, when it's really thin and getting larger, there's a breaking point, and the guinea pigs themselves will find it irritating. They want to nibble at it. So they'll create almost a point at which it will break open. But the process of cleaning that I'm going through right now, if people don't do it thoroughly enough, and I can feel it with my fingers. People say, why don't you use tweezers? Why don't you use, because you cannot feel that content is not there any longer. Now she does want to get away, absolutely. But in terms of this being, she's not being hurt in the sense that this is just pus that's coming out. And she's now able to feel that it's, put that up, yeah, thank you. She's able to feel that I'm sort of working in this area where it's, I know, I've got to get that little bit. Okay, good. And what I'm doing, you'll notice there was the teeniest little bit of blood just show up then, which is telling me that I'm really near the end of that content that's coming out. And
you need that all on the side.
that's all there. We'll come back to it in a minute so we can look at it. But that's it. A little bit more. Well done, little girl. That's it. Okay. So, cleaned. What do we do now? You can munch on more grass. Just munching. There. You can munch on some more grass. What we're going to do is just look at, now that it's flattened out, there's a lot of mucky hair along that line, which I'm just going to scissor back so that it can't get stuck in that area, and that's why we had such a big margin created before. But as you can see now, with all the contents gone, there's still little hairs that could get near the opening. So I'm just taking how much. I think there's a little bit more to come out just there. So I know, sweetie pie. It started up high. I can feel, you can actually see it there starting to present. This wants me to leave her alone, but we actually need to get that out right there. Oh, sorry, little one.
Have the grass.
Have the grass. Munch on the grass just for 1 minute. I promise. Now, I'm just going to grab a tissue because at this point there's a little bit of pus there. I just want to carefully pull that away. She's like, don't touch that.
She's a
I
vocal
know,
girl.
I know.
She's a vocal.
If she was really terrified, like I'm barely holding her here, she would run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the typical behaviour they do. If another guinea pig comes near their bottom, they will, we can make sharp noises to say, get away, leave me alone. It's almost like a little kick. So it's no more than that that's occurring. And there we go. That is completely empty. Look how neat and tidy that is. Neat and tidy. Now, the contents will come back to that after. But what we need to do now is rinse that with Debrazole. Now, Debrazole removes necrotic tissue. Necrotic means that the tissue is basically dead or dying skin cells. And I can barely see the actual entrance point now. So what we have to do is get the Debrazole in there. So we're going to just literally squeeze it in. Sorry, sweetie pie. You can't run off the table, and I'm shorter than you at the moment. It's not the best table. But we're literally filling it into that pocket and swishing it around and then wiping it away so that all that infected surface area, all that infected
You can have a cuddle in a minute,
surface
sweetie.
area. She's like, leave my bottom alone. I'm so sorry, Maisie, but it's going to be, you can see there's still a bit of white there. The minute you flush, you always find there's a little bit more pus material that needs to come up from the deepest depths of that little infected pocket. I know. Oh, come on. Let's get that out. Let's get that out there. Okay, so there was a little bit more pus you see coming up and out. Again, we just clear that out. You have to get all of it from out of that pocket. Okay, all done. I've got to do one more flush though. Okay, just one more flush. Now I can feel, and if you look really carefully, you can feel there's not, or you can see the flatness in line with the shape of her body. There's nothing there. Oh, there we go, a little bit from the bottom coming up again. But then just make sure all of it is coming up and out and away. This is all infected material. There. Okay. Good. It's not worth anesthetics, sweetie pie.
No.
It's just not at your age. Ooh, even though you're pretty young. There we go, that's good. Alright, now I'm just going to flush up one more time. Okay. Yeah. You can see each time there's still material coming out of there. Oh, I'm going to do one more flush.
I should have waited beforehand and afterwards. Oh.
See how much has come out. You'll see there's a little hole there. A little hole there. It's the top of this cyst that was breaking open. Alright, let's just get more. Okay. Just really rinsing that in there. All the edges of the cyst. Okay, so when we see a sebaceous cyst like this, because we have not lanced it and it has just the one little entry point, it's more likely that it will get some pus reappear in the next few weeks. Hopefully we've done a good enough job that that won't happen. If we have, it just means in a week's time we re-flush and rinse that. It will not be anything remotely like what it was. That just won't happen again. And the sort of pus that will come out will be bright yellow and runny. So the process is exactly the same, but in flushing that, it's a very different and easy thing to do by comparison. So, you know, and as little infections go, you've been a really good patient. That's really fabulous.
She didn't bite you, she just tried to
I
bite you.
don't want to have any more to do with you. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So what we're now going to do is we've rinsed it sufficiently, and you'll notice a lot of people will say that needs to be sutured, that's got to be. Absolutely not. They have to heal from the inside out. But what we are going to do is apply a antibiotic terramycin spray, which is so effective in this, and literally it's going to be goodbye. It'll be all gone for you. Okay, so we'll pop that on and you're done, little girl. So literally the terramycin spray. Just needs to thoroughly wet that area. We're going to pop her back on the grass.
That's the colour of someone's
So
hair
that's from
earlier
Maisie.
today.
Yes. Okay, let's have a look at this tissue, which is very gross. And you can see the sort of thing that came out of that cyst, which, because we helped it with a little bit of warmth, it was very easy to come out. It's not formed into the typical sebaceous cyst hard material when it's been sitting there for some time. So this is in the process of starting to solidify probably. It's still quite, you know, a bit like a tube of toothpaste. Movable. I mean, look at that.
It's like a worm.
It's like a worm.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Anybody want to go fishing?
it's like putty.
Oh.
Yeah, like putty. But yeah, that's the contents. All done. We will update you with Maisie. She's going to be fine. She does not require any pain relief. The area will heal from the inside out, and within 1 week we will update you as to what's going on. Okay, bye for now. Okay, so we have got Maisie, who is now 7 days? 6 days. 6 days from when we removed the cyst, has come back to see us. And this is what you can expect if you follow the method that I'm sharing with you. So let's turn her around. She's shaking. She's probably thinking we don't want anything happening. We don't want anything happening, which we don't. She's just had a lovely day. We're just checking all of this. Now, what we're just looking for, this is the area that we had removed the little cyst from. It feels really good, no temperature there. I'm getting kisses down here. She's giving me lots of kisses.
She's become very affectionate recently.
Fantastic.
It is, it's lovely.
It's really good. She's just
Still jumps at
beautiful.
noises, but
I'm just looking with super magnification. I really just want to see. And I'm actually thinking it could be a little bit of pus there. Yeah, it's a bit too soft. Just a bit. Miss Maisie.
oops. That's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's just Tim, can you help me?
And it's still very good there. It is very soft there. I'm happy with that, really happy for now. What we're going to do is put some more terramycin spray on, because this will just go right in around the area. It's exactly what we want.
Perfect.
And I just wanted to do that because there's a little bit of softness around that scab. There's no pus or anything like that, but I just want to make sure that that's continuing on track. So it's all
I
good.
can bring it back next week.
Yeah, we'll see her next week.
We can do a 2-week follow-up.
Yeah, hopefully that should fall off within the next sort of 3-4 days.
Okay.
But we'll wait and see. It's a bit soft there.
I'll just leave
Could
it
go
alone.
either way. So just let me know if anything changes.
And you got the little shivers going.
Right, this is Miss Maisie back, who had a cyst removed 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So this is a 2-week checkup with Maisie. Need to do Maisie's ears again, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's a long head.
she likes having roughies, doesn't she?
She's cute.
Let's have a look. So we're looking super good around there. Still waiting for that to come away, to fall off.
It doesn't seem to be bothering her at all.
No. But I am actually going to put more terramycin on it again.
Mhm.
And the reason for that is that it's still, the scab still hasn't lifted. It's quite a scab that's developed there, which is good. It will eventually come off and away, but there's ever so slightly, it's all hard and solid, no temperature, nothing. And it started to lift here on the side where my nail is, which is good. So it's very close to coming off.
Yeah.
But
don't
there's,
force it. No.
no, you don't force it, but there's ever so, I just saw a tiniest little bit of moisture there, which is nothing more than that. But just to be on the safe side, we're going to put some terramycin on. That's it. And we just go again as usual. So for her, it's taking a bit longer for that to come away, but that's okay. Perfectly fine.
Brilliant.
It's a good update at 2 weeks. You can see.
And that was a big
That's what it looks like
cyst.
at 2 weeks. It was a big cyst removed. This is it 2 weeks later. Nothing there. Still waiting for the scab to fall off. She's moving around eating as well as normal. You said she's feeling happier
Yes.
since it was done.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so definitely a happier piggy. But there she is, Miss Cuteness herself. So we'll do her ears and we will do some terramycin spray on that area and we'll wait another week.
Perfect for me.
To her. Okay. So we've got Miss Maisie back. How many weeks has it been now?
4 weeks.
Is this 4 weeks?
Plus 1 day.
4 weeks and 1 day update. So 4 weeks and update. 4 weeks and 1 day update for Maisie, who had a sebaceous cyst removed around here. And we've been doing all these updates for everyone to show how well, when it's done correctly, it works. So what we've got now, you can see the hair's really growing back again. Last time we cut it back. This time still a little bit of the blue, and we left that there because there was still scar tissue there. Now this time I can feel lots of, you know, manky-ness, if you like, just in the skin, in the fur that we need to remove. So all I'm going to do is clean it back and make sure it's really lovely. So this is just Maisey water, which will loosen it all. And you can see it coming off there. That's the remains of the spray. You know, it's in a funny spot, isn't it, Maisie? I'm just getting that right back there. And here we go. Just going to put my glasses on so I can see up close, and use a little comb. Just want to go right through that hair to lift any little lumps. Sorry, Maisie. Just running away. And I'm just lifting. I'm not even touching the wound area. I'm just literally brushing through the coat on either side because we want to make sure there's nothing stuck there. And there is like lots of bits stuck in and around that need to just come away. If you leave these residual bits of, in this case it's terramycin spray and skin cells, then it becomes prone to fungal. So you need to really be meticulous in cleaning this back each time, as we've done in the videos, so that it just removes this sort of dead skin debris that's there. And then we're just going to check it's all okay up that way. And there's really nothing more we need to do for Miss Maisie. She's completely healed. So her hair will continue to grow back, and we'll maybe do an update when that has completely regrown. Just get that off there. Sorry, Miss Maisie, it's a bit hard to see you there.
Come back in 2 or 3 months after the check. And if you could continue to have a ask to become a member of the policy.
Yep, okay.
And
Ready.
just put oh, you. Yes, it's awesome.
There we go. Just brush that away so that you're getting everything from that area. That's really great. And now what we can see is it's completely smooth. There's nothing developing there whatsoever. We're not going to apply any spray. There's no weepiness, no ooziness, no dryness. There's a little bit of that dark purple area is still like soft skin cells that are healing. A little bit like a keloid scar would be, that will fade and it will get smaller and smaller. And the hair will fully regrow back, and we don't expect any issues with Miss Maisie again. So, you need to give a smile for the camera, Miss Maisie. Because this beautiful girl is just doing so well, and that's the process for removing a sebaceous cyst in this form. I hope it helps you. Contact me down below. I do read your comments, and silly comments of course will be deleted. We have that from time to time, but you know, I really love hearing from you, so pop your comments down below. Okay, take care everyone. Bye for now.